Imagine waking up to a heads-up display, HUD, showing your health, energy, and experience points. In this gamified reality, every action contributes to your character's progression. Completing daily tasks grants experience points, while challenges offer opportunities for leveling up. In this world, failure isn't a setback but a learning opportunity. Just like in video games, you can respawn after setbacks, equipped with newfound knowledge to tackle obstacles more effectively. Social interactions become quests, each with its own set of rewards and consequences. Building relationships, networking, and collaboration are essential for progressing through the game's narrative. The concept of grinding takes on a new meaning. Repetitive tasks, often seen as mundane, are now recognized as necessary steps toward achieving higher goals. This perspective shift encourages persistence and resilience. Customization is key. Players can choose their avatars, skill sets, and even moral alignments, allowing for a personalized experience that reflects individual values and aspirations. In this gamified life, the ultimate objective isn't just survival but thriving through continuous growth, exploration, and self-improvement. In a world where life mirrors a video game, the economy operates on a system of in-game currencies and resources. Tasks and achievements yield rewards that can be exchanged for goods, services, or enhancements. Entrepreneurship thrives as players identify niches and create value through innovation. Digital marketplaces emerge, facilitating trade and collaboration on a global scale. Education transforms into skill trees, where learners choose paths aligning with their interests and career goals. Progress is tracked through certifications and portfolios, showcasing competencies acquired through practical application. Work becomes mission-based with clear objectives and measurable outcomes. Gamification of tasks increases motivation and engagement, leading to higher productivity and job satisfaction. However, challenges arise in ensuring equitable access to opportunities and preventing exploitation within the system. Regulations and ethical guidelines are essential to maintain balance and fairness. In this economy, success is defined not just by wealth but by contributions to the community, innovation, and personal fulfillment. When life resembles a video game, ethical considerations become paramount. Players must navigate choices that impact not only their progression but also the well-being of others. Moral dilemmas are embedded within quests, challenging individuals to reflect on their values and the consequences of their actions. This fosters empathy, critical thinking, and ethical reasoning. The anonymity of avatars can lead to disinhibition, raising concerns about accountability and behavior in virtual interactions. Establishing norms and codes of conduct is crucial to promote respectful and constructive engagement. The concept of permadeath introduces the permanence of certain decisions, emphasizing the importance of thoughtful choices and the acceptance of outcomes. Community governance emerges, with players participating in decision-making processes that shape the game's environment and rules. This democratic approach encourages civic responsibility and collective problem-solving. Ultimately, a gamified life offers opportunities for ethical growth, fostering a society that values integrity, compassion, and accountability. Adopting a game-like perspective on life can have profound psychological effects. The clear objectives, immediate feedback, and sense of progression inherent in games can enhance motivation and well-being. However, the constant pursuit of achievements may lead to burnout or a diminished appreciation for intrinsic rewards. Balancing goal-oriented behavior with mindfulness and self-care is essential. The ability to pause and reflect allows individuals to process experiences, learn from mistakes, and make intentional decisions moving forward. Social connections formed through collaborative gameplay can provide support, camaraderie, and a sense of belonging, mitigating feelings of isolation. Yet, over-reliance on virtual interactions may hinder the development of deep, meaningful relationships in the physical world. Encouraging a healthy integration of digital and real-life connections is vital. In this gamified existence, mental health is prioritized, with resources and support systems embedded within the game's infrastructure to promote resilience and emotional well-being. Looking ahead, the integration of game mechanics into daily life holds transformative potential. Advancements in technology such as virtual reality and artificial intelligence will further blur the lines between game and reality. Education, healthcare, and governance may adopt gamified models to enhance engagement, efficiency, and accessibility. Personalized learning experiences, proactive health monitoring, and participatory democracy could become the norm. However, ethical considerations must guide the development and implementation of these systems to prevent manipulation, inequality, and loss of autonomy. As society evolves, the collective narrative becomes a shared quest, with humanity collaborating to overcome global challenges and achieve common goals. In this envisioned future, life as a video game is not an escape from reality but a framework for enhancing it, empowering individuals to lead purposeful, connected, and fulfilling lives. In a world where life mimics the structure of a video game, beyond the mechanics, achievements, and status bars lies a deeper, more philosophical layer. What does it mean to live authentically in a gamified reality? If every decision is part of a design system, can we still find genuine meaning, freedom, and spiritual purpose? These are not just theoretical questions. They would define how people view life, death, purpose, and the human condition. Let's start with free will, the bedrock of human existential thought. In a game-like universe, the presence of defined objectives, skill trees, and missions can lead to the illusion of choice, where you seem to have agency but the paths are all pre-scripted. For instance, if your life quest is pre-generated based on your stats, background, or previous decisions, are you truly free? Would people begin to feel trapped in their archetypes, warrior, healer, strategist, believing they were born into a role they didn't consciously choose? This could spark societal debates around deterministic design versus real choice. Interestingly, this structure could also reignite spiritual exploration. People might begin to believe there is a game designer, a higher intelligence or being that coded the world. Religions could evolve to view their deities as developers or architects. Prayer might look like feedback submission. Meditation might resemble pausing the game to connect with the source code. Imagine a society where temples are known as update centers, and religious texts are considered patch notes for the human condition. Spirituality, far from becoming obsolete, might actually surge in popularity as people search for the meaning behind the game. Now think about death. In many video games, death isn't the end, it's a checkpoint, a respawn, a second chance. This would fundamentally change how people think about mortality. If life feels like a simulation with infinite retries, would individuals value each moment less or more? Would the fear of death vanish, leading to more courageous or reckless behavior? Alternatively, if some consequences are irreversible, e.g., permadeath in elite modes, it might increase the weight of every choice, prompting a more mindful approach to living. People might spend more time leveling up their legacy instead of just their stats. The concept of side quests would also take on deeper meaning. In life as a game, side quests might represent relationships, hobbies, volunteering, or even acts of kindness. While not essential to the main story, they enrich the experience and help shape who we are. Imagine a society where helping an old lady cross the street grants you empathy XP, or where taking time to paint, write, or simply sit in nature unlocks rare inner power-ups. This kind of system could encourage people to embrace life's subtleties, not just grind toward a singular goal. Of course, existential crises would be common. People might wonder, am I just a character? Or, is my suffering just part of a pre-written arc? Mental health systems would have to adapt to handle what could be described as game fatigue, where players burn out from constant progression, optimization, and comparison. Leaderboards may motivate some but depress others. The pressure to min-max every aspect of life, from relationships to careers, could erode spontaneity and joy. This is where philosophical NPCs or mentors could become part of the culture. These might be AI-driven therapists, wisdom-sharing community elders, or even spiritual figures that help players slow down and reflect. Their role would be to remind individuals that the game isn't just about winning, but about experiencing. As a video creator, you could ask your audience here. Speech balloon, if life were really a game, what would your ideal side quest be? Drop it in the comments and let's inspire each other. Then there's the issue of game balance. Just like in any competitive online game, overpowered players or resource hoarders could destabilize the experience for others. In real life, this is analogous to inequality, exploitation, or corruption. A truly gamified world would need built-in ethics, perhaps karma systems, automatic redistributions, or mechanics where helping others grants long-term buffs. The goal would be to create a cooperative meta, not just a competitive one. Let's not forget modding and creativity. In many open-world games, players go beyond the original code to build custom content. In a gamified society, creativity would be sacred. Artists, coders, inventors, these would be seen as people who not only play the game but shape it. Education systems might encourage children to mod reality, whether that means starting grassroots movements, designing eco-friendly architecture, or creating new languages and cultures. The greatest players wouldn't be those who followed the quest line, but those who created new ones. As we wrap up this final section, consider how rebirth mechanics might look. Perhaps once your main life quest is complete, you ascend to a new plane, like New Game Plus. You carry forward knowledge, relationships, even some skill perks. This opens up discussions around reincarnation, legacy, and what it means to truly finish the game of life. Backhand index pointing right. If life had a New Game Plus mode, what would you want to carry over into your next run? Leave your answers below and let's get philosophical. In the end, a world where life is like a video game challenges us to rethink everything. Freedom, meaning, death, love, growth, community, and even the soul. But maybe that's the ultimate message, that life already is a kind of game. One with no instruction manual but infinite possibilities. Video game, the question isn't, is life a game? It's, how will you play it?